Welcome back, everyone, to the GGBL. In this episode, we are going to be covering the divisional rounds, still yet to be decided. We're not going to get through every single series in this episode, so a little bit of a spoiler alert, but this video is going to get a closer glimpse at what we're going to be looking at heading into Friday's video, which will be the finale of the divisional round. So right off the get-go, we've got LA and Richmond tied at 1-1, so you can kind of maybe get an idea of how these series are going to pan out. It's going to be close. Every series is going to be close, guys. So it's really about the story of how close are we going to get in these series. But right off the bat, Richmond with Clark Schmidt already one down with runners on the corners. So LA, the defending champs, really looking to do a lot of damage here against that Richmond good boy pitching staff. And so far, two deep fly balls. Luckily, Tora and Kyle Lewis, being good outfielders, they make the catch to avoid extra bases. Either way, it is 1-0 LA on the sac fly. And that is going to do it for their half of the innings. Let's now flip it over here to the bottom of the first inning as Janil Rivera, 18-3, 3.04 ERA, gets the first start in this season's postseason. It's kind of redundant. This season's postseason. Well, right off the get-go for the good boys, we got a base knock here by Ryan Berner, and he's going to round at second. Actually, just holding up a little bit there. Holding up. Strong arm in center field, right? Well, take a look. After that Matt Olson base hits, Johan Camargo coming up clutch. A 3-run shot into the trees back there. 437-foot bomb off the lefty. Janil threw the knuckleball, and it cost him. Just caught way too much part of the plate, and Camargo delivered the big knock. LA, you thought that lead was safe. Not so fast, my friend, as Lee Corso would say. Well, maybe I better start shaking in my boots. My good boys, what are we doing? Corey Seager, solo home run. Number 3 of the postseason. He's been killing us the first 2 games of this series. All right, let's go to the bottom of the second inning as Darius Wilson comes up, gets a fly ball. Basabe makes the catch in center field, and that is going to tag on another run for the good boys. It is now 4-2 early in the game. Joshua Tora is going to score here. Let's jump to the bottom of the third, and Michael Ruth, he's going deep. Long fly ball. That's a no-doubter. Way back in the left. That's a 2-run home run. It's now 6-2 Richmond. And Janil giving up 2 home runs so far in this game. Maybe you got to start thinking that the good boys have a little bit of home field advantage going on for them right now. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Runner on second base, and Matt Olson comes up clutch again for the good boys. That's going to score another run. That's Joey Bart coming on in, and it's now 7-2 Richmond. That's going to do it for Janil. Yeah, he did not really have his A game on. He didn't have his good stuff tonight. That knuckleball just, again, caught too much part of the plate, and the rest is history. So we were waiting for it. We were sitting back on it, and we did some damage. Akito Radon coming on in. That's a deep fly ball. That was a full count, too. And look at that. A 2-out, full count approach. Kyle Lewis goes deep, 427 feet to the deepest part of the ballpark, deep center field. And that is going to do it, guys. So Richmond is 1 win away. We're 1 win away from winning this series and advancing to the NLCS, where we would await either the winner of Houston or Carolina, which we're actually going to see here in the next couple of games here. I think they're actually next. But we got Matt Olson, player of the game, 3 for 4, and Clark Schmidt gets the dub. You know, LA did not hit that badly. They had 8 hits today, but the 12 strikeouts, Richmond's pitching staff really got to them in this game here. So no lead is safe against LA. Like, all those good boy fans that are out there right now in the chat, those of you guys watching the replay here, no lead is safe. So let's not get too big for our britches here. We got to at least come through in game number 4 and come through with the clutch hitting like we did in this game number 3. It's all up for grabs. It's all for grabs. All right, guys, let's go out here to Houston at Copperhead Brewing Company Ballpark. I love that name. I love that. This is totally just made up. It's not even a real place. Just a fake business that I came up with. Yeah, we'll run with it. They make some pretty good beer, man. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. All right, bases juiced here for Seiko Ichiman, and he strikes out. Louis Perdomo gets him to K, and then this deep fly ball out here to right, and Yastrzemski is going to make the catch. Good defender out there in right. And Carolina will take the early 1-0 lead here with 2 down now. Runners on the corner, and that's going to be a base hit for Cody Hosey. You could probably nitpick Denzel Good right there, the shortstop. That was a hard hit baseball back up the middle. Yeah, he kind of gave up on it just a little bit. This one, you could definitely see that was going through. No reason to start diving around. You're not getting to it. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Denzel could have made a better play on it. Either way, guys, another base hit here for Seth Mejias-Green. And now back-to-back singles for Hosey and Mejias-Green, and that's going to bring in 2 more runners. And now Blake Snell has an early lead to work with. The guy went 14-7 coming over from the MLB, and it's going to be tough for this Houston Copperheads offense. He's already gotten a K here, and then a stolen base attempt here for Denzel Good after a walk. He gets on second base with that steal, and Josh Donaldson can actually draw a walk himself. So 2 walks in the inning, but 2 outs. And then this base hit here by Robinson Chirinos. They're going to challenge the throwing arm of Pedro Leon, and Good is going to score. It's now 3-1 against Snell. So a big base hit here will do some damage, will do some wonders for Houston's confidence, but either way, couldn't help him right there. Couldn't help him. Line drive caught. This line drive, nobody's catching this. Dom Thompson-Williams. Line drive variety home run. It's a frozen rope. It's going to be 3-2 at that point. Base hit here for Carolina. It's now 4-2. So they get that run back. Runners now on the corners here. 2-2 pitch. And in the top third, luckily, Perdomo gets out of it. A little bit of a jam there. So he does allow the run back to Carolina. And Blake Snell, you got to start thinking, is this all that he needs? Is this all the run support that he needs? He's so good on the mound. And that fly ball. Let's go here to the top of the fourth. Perdomo gives up a base knock. This one's just going to tail right past Drew Waters in center field. That will be a leadoff double here in the top of the fourth. Houston got to start thinking about staying away from these guys a little bit. Staying away from them. Don't let them beat you deep. But they didn't decide to do that. Perdomo, give him a nice fat meatball right there. Fly ball all the way out to center field. That's going to get the run home. It is now 5-2. Still top of the fourth, and this ball looks like it might be gone. But no, look at Yastrzemski. Look at Yaz out there making a catch. Barreling into the wall. He's still playing hard out there, guys. Even despite 3 hits on the day for Houston's offense, they're not quitting. They're not giving up. But you know what? Blake Snell says, you know what? We're going to send you guys home for the winter, and you might need that lumber. It's going to get cold. You might need that lumber. Justin Bohr, broken bat, and Blake Snell is able to gun him out at first. Hyunjin Yang going to come on in relief, the former Wisconsin Maple starter. 1 strikeout for Perdomo, and again, he's a contact type of pitcher. He's not going to strike people out. Same thing in his career. This is the type of pitcher that he is. Same thing here in the GGBL. Now the hitters are a little less accomplished, but don't tell Cody Hosey that. That's a solo home run in the top of the 5th, and just like that, it is 6-2. And my guys, that's pretty much gonna do it here. This is all that they've got left. 6-4, striking out, and then a deep fly ball. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, guys, did I lead you on? Ooh, did Goldie get sneaky? It's 6-4, guys, with this double here. Drew Waters. Home run will tie it, and they got Mike Yastrzemski here, who hit a bunch of homers, but he can't get it done. I led you guys on. I tricked you. If you clicked off the video, well, shame on me, because that hurts my view counts. Maybe that wasn't a very smart idea. Maybe that was actually a stupid idea. I need to keep you guys invested into this series. I need to keep you guys watching somehow, not deter you away from it. Spoilers are probably not good. Even if they're lies, they're probably not good. Anyway, Carolina gets the win. 11 hits today, 6 ribbies, 6 runs. Ribbies and runs are, sometimes synonymous here. 10 strikeouts for the Blue Sox. Houston just couldn't get it done when it counted. They came back a little bit. They got the 2 extra runs there to make it 6-4. So they did come back, but it just wasn't enough, man. Just wasn't enough. And it seems like the more that we watch this series, the more that I'm finding out that LA, Carolina, just really tough teams. The AL side of things, it's a little bit more wild. It's like the Wild West out here with the American League or the All-Stars League. It really is. There's not really a true dominant team in the AL. As far as NL side of things goes, it's pretty consistent with every year that we've done this. This is season 3 by now. We've had Carolina, Los Angeles, and all those teams have remained good throughout this whole entire series. So, I don't know, man. The American League, the AL side of things needs to get together, in my opinion. They need to get a challenger, a true challenger to LA and Carolina. And really, are we looking at that team right now? Are we starting to see the Seattle Emeralds starting to take that moniker and take that role, get that mantle of being the team to beat in the AL? They had one of the best records in the AL, but this series being tied, James Monroe had a Cy Young caliber season, and he wasn't even in consideration. You guys saw his numbers there in the preview, and right now, in a 1-0 game, this is a huge game for both teams. It's an even bigger game for Seattle. They've got to get the monkey off the back. For Minnesota, it's really no pressure. This is the first time that they've been to the playoffs in the postseason in the GGBL. It's really no sweat for them. They want to win too. But at the same time, if they lose this thing against the favorites, Seattle, I don't think anybody's going to be screaming and crying that they ended up losing this series, right? Well, it's 2-0. Ethan Hankins going to fire this 3-1 fastball. Grooved it right down Broadway for KAJ, and we have started to see the emergence of KAJ here in the postseason. Now, remember, he gets a lot of flack. We don't see a lot of Seattle. We only see our fair share amount of Seattle in gameplay, but every time that we do, he's either facing a lefty or a tough lefty at that. Major league talent, level arms. It's very tough for him to produce. Now in the playoffs, we're getting a lot more action of him, and now he's starting to come through more that we're starting to get more gameplay on him. So he hits a couple home runs in the last episode. He hits one here to make it 2-1. This is going to go off the wall. Adley Rutschman drives in one more run, the tying run. But take a look at this. The third base coach, I don't know if Jumbo just decided to go on his own or if the third base coach said, yeah, bro, go. But Jamie Truist, another custom player here, tosses this thing right back to Nick Solak, who makes the throw on the relay, and it didn't seem to matter. It didn't seem to matter. Really good defensive play. Didn't seem to matter. Bonifacio comes up against Ethan Hankins and delivers the kill shot. A 3-run home run, and take one more look at it one more time. Boom! Got right out in front of it, took him deep. And guys, that is going to do it for this game here. Seattle takes this one 6-3. So Minnesota will score another run at some point during the game. And that's going to do it, my friends. So Seattle, again, huge game for both teams. Really big game for Seattle. You wanted to get this one, and hopefully you can get a win in the next episode, which will be on Friday, to clinch the divisional series and go on to the ALCS. Now, KAJ, his 4th home run of the year in the postseason. Bonifacio, his 1st. That was a huge home run. That really kind of got Seattle back in groove, got back in motion here. When you're down 2-0 in a postseason game, a game that's got a lot of things on the line, that kind of gets your confidence starting to drain a little bit. With each inning that you don't come through, it really starts to get to you. I've been in a lot of dugouts in the past in my life, and that's really the feeling that you get. You start thinking like, ooh, do we belong here? All right, guys, let's go to the bottom of the first inning. We got Tristan McKenzie against Luis Castillo. A huge game here for Richmond, and boom, baby. Ryan Burner, number 2 of the postseason, puts a charge into this one, and that's what I'm talking about. You put a charge into your dugout with that type of swing and that type of contact, man. You hear that across the stadium, that crack of the bat, man. I love that. I love that. Let's keep it going, guys. Tristan McKenzie out here on the mound trying to get a win for Richmond at home. Be huge for us. We would advance to the NLCS. We got to get it done here. But Middlebrook is going to strike out, and that's an inning-ending strikeout here for Luis Castillo. And then we go to the top of the third, and that is Ronald Guzman getting a leadoff double. So if you're Tristan McKenzie, you got to be careful now because now you're up 2-0. This is a tough LA lineup, so you got to be able to kind of maneuver through this thing. And Luis Basabe, on a full count pitch with 2 outs, serves it the opposite way, right in the left center field gap for a double. And that's going to drive in another run here for LA. And I say another run, and I mean another run, because they constantly score a bunch of freaking runs. You want to talk about another run? How about more runs? My God, Acuna, we can't get this guy out. It's been brutal, man. He did this last year to us. He's doing it now this season. Might be brewing a little rivalry here between LA and Richmond. So a 3-run homer for the Knights, and Joshua Torre gets at least 1 run back from the 3-run shot from Acuna with a homer of his own. So now Richmond has pulled it within a couple runs here. I think it would be 4-3, excuse me. It is now 4-3. We're down by 1. Top 5, Acuna. Base knock. Oh no, what a play there by Darius Wilson. Playing shortstop today. That could be huge. That keeps the runner at third base. That would have been a surefire RBI. So thank God for Darius Wilson. But you know what? Castellanos comes up, and Matt Olson, who is a pretty good fielder, but he's no Darius Wilson. He knocks it down. Justin Steele can't get to the bag in time. It was close, but Castellanos is safe, and now it is 5-3. Top 5, and Seager swings and a miss. Oof. Yeah, I mean, Justin Steele, I wouldn't be too proud of what you did there, man. I wouldn't be too proud. You gave up a run. Acuna, diving, can't make the catch. When's the last time you saw that happen? This guy's always making plays. But Darius Wilson comes through, finally. And user gameplay doesn't do anything. So I'm thankful. CPU actually took care of him this time. Bottom 5 after that double. Castellanos makes the catch. And Burner, who has been so hot in this series, in the playoffs, I should say, in the last couple weeks of the season, been so hot, can't come through here. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th, and Joshua Torre and Kyle Lewis, guys. What are you doing? The pressure is getting to him, man. Torre swings and misses at the lefty, the tough lefty, Cody Reed. He's been a tough little lefty here in GGBL play. Not so much in real life, but GGBL play, he has been very, very tough. Now it's up to Richmond here to go up against Joe Jimenez. Bottom 9, Camargo. 2-2 pitch. Got to protect. Just trying to make contact. He does. Flies out to center field. That's Basabe. Makes the play. Michael Ruth, who hit a home run in this episode. Can't get any power behind this swing. That's going to be caught by Seager. And then the final batter here. Oh, a walk by Joey Bart. He almost went, but he takes it. And now with a runner on base, we've got the powerless Brock Middlebrook. 1 for 3 today. Can he come through? Deep fly ball. Carry. It's not going anywhere. That's going to be caught by Basabe, and we are now going back to LA in a 2-2 series tie. Oof. That is not the situation you wanted to be in if you're Richmond. Ugh. But the good thing, the silver lining here is we don't have to play against Luis Castillo again. Their ace. Now, again, LA's got a lot of good pitching. They might end up going Janil Rivera in this next game, here, game number 5. For us, we're kind of out of options here. We could go Daniel Lynch, but I think he's still a little bit gassed. He might have to come out into relief. I think what we might end up doing is going with the trade piece and former New York Pizzazz pitcher, Alexei Shevchuk, against Janil Rivera. A custom versus custom here to get to the NLCS. You can't write it any better, man. Can't write it any better. So there's your snapshot look here at the series. We've got a 2-1 Carolina lead over Houston. 2-2 tie, Richmond and LA. 2-1, Seattle over Minnesota. And what we didn't show was Michigan and Chicago. I wanted to get that one in here, guys, but that's just not how the games matched up and how they lined up. So on Friday night, we're actually going to finish the divisional round. I wanted to finish it in this episode, but as you guys can see, we're at about a 20-minute video here. It would have been 40 more minutes of just gameplay. And I know you guys filled out that survey that I asked you to a long time ago, asking, you know, what direction did you want to see the series go? And originally, the series used to be about 40 minutes to an hour long of videos for episodes, and it just didn't make sense. You guys didn't want to see that anymore. You wanted to see that more bite-sized type of content, more 20-minute long, 15 to 20-minute long type of videos. That's what I'm going to try to strive to get to you guys. A lot of gameplay, a lot of stuff, a lot of storylines to cover here in this league. I want to give it to you all in single episodes, but it's very hard to do. So appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. The divisional rounds are always the hardest ones to do. Once we get into the championship series, I do still want to live stream these at night. That way we can kind of watch these really entertaining high stakes games across the GGBL and determine who's going to go to the Gold Series, as I've seen a couple people call it in the comment section. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. Let me know in the comment section who you think is going to advance in Friday's video. Do you think Richmond has a chance with Shevchuk against Janil Rivera? Do you think Houston can make a comeback? What about Minnesota and Seattle? Is this finally the season that Seattle can get it done? Or do you think Chicago? How about Chicago and Michigan? Do you think Chicago has a comeback in them as well? Or is that filthy pitching staff with Michigan going to finally shut the door and get an ALDS sweep? So I'm actually anxious to hear what you guys say about that. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you guys on Friday nights for the finale of the divisional series. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.